Hi friends, it's Reverend Lauri with Unity of Ocala for this week's Love Notes. And it is Thursday. I apologize. I just let the day get away from me yesterday. I don't know what happened. Yesterday was Wednesday and I took Kinsley to school. I had a million errands. I had to pick her up. We had a scout meeting. I'll tell you all about that. And I got home and I was just pooped and was not in the mood to record anything except I would have just said, I'm going to bed. Good night. Anyways, so my granddaughter has decided to join Cub Scouts. Cub Scouts. I was pretty shocked and tickled by that. Tuesday, she brought home a notice from school. I picked her up and she said, I want to join Cub Scouts. Look, Grandma. And she handed me this beautiful little flyer. This man came in. I said, man came into your class? And he was in a Cub Scout uniform. I said, was he a man? Well, I think he was at least in high school. I said, oh, okay. Well, what did he say? And he said, well, he told us all about Cub Scouts and we're old enough to join. And I said, is it just for boys? She said, oh no, it's for boys and girls. It's for the whole family. And I was like, really? Well, Boy Scouts has gotten pretty progressive. And I started looking at this flyer and I thought, we were going to get her into Girl Scouts or something other than just $50 a lesson dance or anything like that. Oh, that was just not not in the cards for any of us to pay that kind of money for some of these clubs. And we thought about Girl Scouts. I was in Girl Scouts and I loved it. I loved being taught by older girls and I learned so much about camping and sewing and cooking and learning and becoming independent. And apparently they're joining forces. And this was so exciting for me. And I'm looking at the activities. I called her mom and she says, oh my gosh, I love that idea. Let's go. And the meeting was for the next night. So I called both of her moms and they were both excited. They're like, yes, Lacey was in Scouts, especially because they designed zip lines at the time and went through the forests and learned primitive camping and canoeing. She was all about that. It was a little more feminine back in my day. But anyways, they were excited. They were up for it. So the meeting, oh my gosh, I've never seen so many excited children to be part of something bigger than themselves. And the more I've been learning about the family scouting experience, the more excited I am about my granddaughter's opportunities with her family, but also the future of our children. This is basically what the meeting addressed about how important the mission of the Scouts are throughout their lifetime. They learn skills. It looks like play and it is play. They are building skills based on where they are now and where they see themselves in the future. These are the mission, the oath, and the laws of the scouting family. The mission is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetime by instilling in them the values of the Scout oath and code of law. The Scout oath: on my honor, I will do my very best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. The Scout law: a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. The aims of scouting are character, citizenship, personal fitness, and leadership. I'm in. I'm all about teaching kids about this. So I am joining the scouting wagon with the rest of the family, and I am so excited, and I will bring to you all of the skills I am learning. I will probably end up being a den mother. I thought it would be in little skirts, but no, it's going to be in beautiful blue Wolverine outfits that we are going to use. I'm just so excited. Today has been a day of blossoming. I'm reaching a new height with my grieving process. I thought I had done a lot of grieving this past year because my husband's illness, we were somewhat prepared for the imminent, but you can never really prepare yourself. And I have been on levels of grief that, well, let's just say Elizabeth Kubler-Roth has become a personal friend and mentor through this whole process, because I have recognized the stages of grief in me in the past 3 years, at least, grieving a life we thought we would have, all the way to the anger, the denial, even still. And I am allowing myself lots of space and time to just feel. I've been a caretaker for a very long time. And as you know, those of you that have been in that, especially when it gets to the point for an extended period of time where it's 24/7 and you're running on very little sleep and sometimes little faith. So it's exhausting. And I appreciate the church allowing me some time, the month of September, basically, to step back and take a break and be with my feelings and spend some time in the quiet and be with my family and prepare the next chapter of our lives. We're a very close family and we do everything together. And I'm going to spend some time. I was going to go to Unity Village, but I'm not going to be around people in a motel setting. I just don't think that's wise. I'm going to either be staying in remote locations. I'm going to be joining with my daughter. She is planning to extend her captain career, her sailing career, by taking some courses in Virginia. And we're going to go up there and check that place out. A friend of ours, a friend of my husband's, childhood friend of my husband's, has little resorts and cabins around the state of Georgia. And he's going to let us just stay in one for as long as we need. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that, a little bit of soul searching. But I'm not leaving you completely hanging, because as you, for those of you who attended on Sunday, you got to hear the heartfelt message from our beloved board president. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about Jean. She mentioned it slightly on Sunday, but Jean has been the glue of unity of Ocala since the pandemic hit us. We were not a virtual church. We were not recording DVDs and putting them out there in the airwaves. We weren't doing any of that. We had a very limited sound system and almost zero sound team. And here we were with an epidemic and we didn't want people coming to the church. So it was Jean and myself, although she did all the mechanics. The office girls, Shirley and Joanne, would come in and do the work, the finances, and getting all of the bills paid. And the grounds team under Don's leadership and William would come in, William would come in and help with sound installing, and Mike Smith. But it was Jean that learned how to download things onto the internet so we could do services. She met me there every Saturday to video me, to give a Sunday message. The two of us putting these things out there for you. And our membership actually grew because of her. And you all knew we were going through this. So you continued to tithe and to support your church as we were continuing to grow and reach people and spread the unity love. And I'm going to continue to do that from afar. We will not be holding in-church services this Sunday with Armand and Angelina doing their fabulous ministry of music and fun. Will be the last in-house session through the month of September. We're going to regather and rethink and re-listen where we're going in October. But with the limited staff and volunteer resources that we have now, we really need to give Jean a break. And those other folks that come on Sundays, even when they're a little fearful with this new variant and their grandchildren at home that cannot get exposed to this. So thank you for your graciousness in allowing us to step back. I will continue to do love notes. that seems to be the thing that I get so many responses from. And I will be sending out a Sunday message. It's probably going to be more of a meditation. We do still have some activities going on at the church, our second and fourth Tuesday and Monday of drumming circle. On those Mondays, you can check our website, and the music and meditation on Tuesdays. So check the website, find the exact times, plan to come to those. There are still meetings, NA meeting there, but just the Sundays. And of course, the office will be open if you need something, if you need resources. You just need to see a wonderful, friendly Unity face and smile. So we're not going anywhere. We're just taking a breather to get ready for the fall agenda and activities, which the holidays are coming. Through September, I will be addressing the high holidays of Rosh Hashanah, which leads up to Yom Kippur, and the beginning of a brand new year. World Day of Prayer kicks off the end of the first week in September with the theme, All is Well with My Soul. So pay attention to that. Go on our worldwide website, Unity headquarters, and you can watch that live. Silent Unity do their 24-hour presentation of prayer. But these are a few of the books that I'm going to be working with you on throughout this little break. Healing Chakras. We're going to be doing some specific healing meditations, working those chakra areas of opening and regenerating and recharging. So all of us are ready for a new chapter, because isn't our life just one wonderful set of a volume, a library of experiences, and we have books of ourselves and chapters. And of course, I'm going to take my beloved Shalane Harkin, Susceptible to Light, with me on the road. Always Sarah Van Brethnock, Simple Abundance, Ernest Holmes, or let's say the Reader's Digest version of Charles Fillmore's work, Science of Mind work. And of course, the 12 Powers, Charles Fillmore, I've got it up there, and the Women of the Chalice. So we will be doing things together virtually. I so appreciate your help in all of this by staying connected. Please continue to tithe and send in your love offerings. We are still doing our work. We are still creating all of these videos. We are still getting our messages out. We are still connecting with you through our prayer chaplains, and the church is still being maintained. And of course, we are tithing back into the community. So don't forget about us for the month of September. Stay connected and join us in these virtual sessions as together we begin to create the next chapter of our lives, of Unity of Ocala, and of our place in the world. And I didn't pick out a specific poem or reading, so I'm just going to flip through and do, I got to take this little stop route. My friend, the Dalai Lama, I've never met him, but I consider him a very close and personal friend. I'm just going to drop a page. Oh, this one's called Name Drop Gods. For years, I thought I had to name drop Hindu gods for my poetry to be valid, but I hadn't really met any yet. Okay, that's weird that I just pulled that out. I thought I needed to read all the sacred scriptures, but they were so dense and cumbersome. Perhaps if I listed a couple of yoga pose names, yes, any kind of Sanskrit must be the key. Guilty to making my words spiritual and enlightened. Oh, this is so good. Be a bit more esoteric, Shalane, a bit harder to unravel. Make your poetry a necklace of tangled prayer beads. Oh, do we do that? Make things complicated? This book is speaking to me. Your readers will want to extract God more from your poetry for not being able to access it. Well, thank God all that changed. And thank God it turns out all scripture, every spiritual encounter, every holy ordinance is repeating the same universal simplicity over and over and over. It's either saying, open your heart or nothing at all. Oh, how appropriate. Yes, let's open our hearts together. So I will be watching on Sunday the beloved and delightful Armand and Angelina, and I will be seeing all of you from somewhere, and I will be connecting with you next week on Wednesday. Thank you. This has been a joy ride that I hope will continue for years and years and years. I love you. I bless you. Have a blessed and fabulous day. Bye-bye.